probably going to be wrong, but this place is sketchy. There's no calories in this. There's no calories in ice cream or donuts. What we've got here is a sink that started to refuse to drain yesterday.
All right, so Jeremy's gonna allow me to help him, and I get the fun of cleaning out whatever that is.
So this is what happens when USPS, the post office, starts rejecting all of your mail. Right now, I'm probably going to be wrong, but this place is sketchy. Just going to put that on the record in case I'm right.
We shall see.
All right, the campground, in my opinion, actually is kind of sketchy, but it seems to be safe enough. We do have a nice view. So I give her a 6 out of 10 on this campground. However,
but
she found screaming Conuts across the street. We literally could have walked there, but we didn't. And they make ice cream cones. So they make ice cream and they put it in a cone, but that cone is a donut
coated in cinnamon sugar.
Plus, they line the inside of the Conut with something. She's got chocolate syrup. Mm-hmm. I've got vanilla icing. So I have a Conut. I have a donut in the shape of a ice cream cone with vanilla icing inside of it, and then I have this ice cream inside of it. I don't remember the kind of ice cream. I'll put it like right up here. So that takes this campground from a 6 to an 11.
These go to 11.
He likes donuts.
And ice cream. Well,
and ice cream, yeah. Was it any good? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Now, we really don't need this because both of us either said or thought yesterday that we need to start reducing calories and increasing.
There's no calories in this. There's no calories in ice cream or donuts. All right, this is good, but it's too much. I think I got about one more bite left.
Well, I think we got this too close to dinner. This maybe should have been dinner.
Somebody
you did say that.
Recommended that.
As I was like 3/4 of the way through with cooking dinner.
All right, so this week is kind of a wash where we're at because of the weather, and so we're also a little bit vacationed out, if you will, all the sightseeing and stuff. So anyway, we're going to get some stuff done this week. That some of it's we've been putting off, some of it has just come up. Like I have a kitchen sink that just decided it doesn't want to drain, and this bacon sucks. It's like so thin. So I've got to fix that kitchen sink like today. I've got a Starlink system that's not working. I think that's out of my hands. I think that's going to require a new cable or something. So, but I got to at least contact the tech support people. I've got a water softener that direly needs to be regenerated. And so when I put my EcoFlow solar panels on the roof, I missed the lap seal around one of the feet. Now, luckily, we put some Eternabond down underneath of that foot, so it's not going to leak. But I do want to get that lap sealer out of there. So anyway, can't do any of that until I've had a hearty breakfast here. So we've got some pancakes, eggs, and bacon. Ready? There you go. Good boy. Ready? Easy. Good boy. Did you even taste it?
No, Dad. That was pretty good. later, Dad. Oh, bless you.
What we've got here is a sink that started to refuse to drain yesterday, and we tried to kind of clean it out a little bit, but it didn't work. So I think what we're gonna have to do is pull apart some of the plumbing underneath of the sink and see what we've got down there. In our previous rig, we had an S-trap or a P-trap, whatever they call it. I don't remember. I'm not a plumber either. Remember, guys, I'm an electrician. But every now and then we'd have to pull that trap apart. I've already snuck a peek in there. It's gross. And clean it out, and it was super, super disgusting. This one doesn't have the same type of trap. It's got a waterless trap that looks something like this. And so it looks a lot more simple, but I don't know. We're going to have to pull that apart and see what that looks like on the inside, see if it's all gummed up. There's not really a lot other than what might be in that pipe. There's not really a lot down there that can be all gummed up and preventing the sink from draining. So I'm going to tear this apart and see what it looks like. All right, so that was fairly easy to take apart. Now let's see if we can get a look at the inside here. Oh yeah, look at that. It's just all kinds of nastiness in there. And then up here as well, you can see it's kind of some grossness in there. So that's about what I expected to see in there. It's actually a little bit cleaner than I thought it was going to be. But I'm going to actually look at that a little bit more, kind of see if I can figure out how that waterless trap works and get all that stuff cleaned out of there. And then hopefully when we're done, this sink will drain again. All right, so I wanted to give you just a little bit of a closer look at what I'm seeing. So come over here and see if you can catch what's already been dumped out of there. So that's pretty gross in there. Luckily, it doesn't stink. If you think your black tank smells bad, or even sometimes your kitchen gray tank smells bad, the stuff that comes out of these traps it's like 10 times worse. So I've got a video on that, and I'll link that down below to when I did this previously in a different video, so you can see what that other trap looked like. Okay, so then here's what it looks like inside of this trap. So what we've got inside of here, let me just see if I can get a flashlight in there. So what we've got inside of this waterless trap here, it kind of looks like a toothpaste tube. If you can see way down in there, it kind of looks like a toothpaste tube with the end of it, with the fat end of it cut off. And so that water just comes through there, and that tube expands when water comes through, and then it collapses when it's fully drained. And when it collapses, that's what prevents the odors from coming back up through the drain from the gray tank and up through the sink and into the living space. So again, if you can see here, the end of that tube in there, that thing that looks like a toothpaste tube, is almost completely blocked off by just all of the nastiness that's in there. So that just needs to be cleaned out. I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. It's super disgusting. But what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to clean all of that stuff out around it. And then there's probably, it's probably full inside of that tube as well. So I think I'll just take a glove. I'll just get a glove and I'll just kind of scoop all that stuff out of there. And then we'll see if we can take something that's soft and put it down through that trap. What we don't want to do is damage that trap so that it leaks in the future. So I don't know. I'm going to do the best I can with this. And if I break it, I guess we'll have to just buy a new one. This is really, really easy to get on and off. As you saw, it was literally just, I unscrewed it from the drain on the sink, unscrewed this end from the piping, and that was it. So I'm assuming you can just purchase these things, probably, I hope, cheap. But anyway, I'm going to try and do this without breaking it.
All right, so Jeremy's going to allow me to help him, and I get the fun of cleaning out whatever that is. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay, so I lied. This does stink really bad, guys. So good thing there's not such thing as smell-o-vision. Scratch and sniff TV, because, oh my gosh, that's so disgusting. Yeah, that's gross. I think, I think I'm gonna have to take this outside and put a hose to it and just get it all out.
If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit that bell button so you're notified when we drop future videos. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps keep these videos coming to you each week. We really like hearing from all of you, so if you have any thoughts, ideas, or suggested topics, pop those down into the comment section.
That was so disgusting, and it was starting to fill up the room with malodorous odor. I'm gonna just spray this thing out with the outside shower because it's not getting any cleaner inside. Ugh. It's stuck. Oh, there we go. Got it. Oh, there's more. Oh, nasty. All right, so now try this end a little bit. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. I wonder what happens if I do this. Just winging it, guys. Oh my.
Oh, that is nasty.
All right, so. I have so many inappropriate comments about this too.
We're keeping it clean for you.
We are, no pun intended. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. This tube is very, very soft. It's very, I can't think of how to describe it. But it's just very thick. I think what we're gonna do is, I think it's about all I'm gonna get out for now. And we're gonna order another one and have it on standby. So that's what it looks like now. You can't see it because it's closed in on itself like it's supposed to. But when I spray it with water, that water goes through pretty easily. And it, you know, if you just stick your finger in there, it opens and closes pretty easily. So I think that's about as good as we're gonna get. Like I said, we're gonna just order another one of these and have it standing by. We're just gonna put this back in, and I think the sink should drain just fine now. So I'll come back out and deal with this in a few minutes. Okay, here we go. Here's the retest. Go ahead and turn it on. All right. So before, this would have already been backed up. So it looks like we're good to go. Make sure there's no drippages.
Nope.
All right, yep, so no drippages down below. So I think we're good. And the only thing left is to order the part. So since you have better luck with Grand Design's service department than I do, I'll let you contact them.
Okay. So, note to self, in case he hasn't already said it, we just need to be a little bit more careful about what we put down the drain. For instance, this morning we had pancakes, and instead of just rinsing all that extra batter down the sink, now in the future we will go ahead and wipe it out with a paper towel, throw it in the garbage.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we don't want to get crazy because also the dishwasher, right? We don't want to have to wash the dishes before we put them in the dishwasher.
No,
I think it's just getting all the excess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking clean the bowl before we clean the bowl, but get all that excess out.
So if you're having trouble with draining your sink draining, check that plumbing up underneath in both of our rigs. That's been the case. In the first rig, it was always the odor that we noticed. Mm-hmm. It would just smell so terribly bad in the kitchen, and that's how we knew we needed to clean that thing out. Mm-hmm. Now it's going to be, I guess, when it gets backed up. So it's
this one we didn't have any. This one we didn't have any smell before the sink just stopped draining. So.
But it was an easy fix. It was easy to clean out. It's really easy to get off of there. You shouldn't be afraid to get down there and mess with that plumbing because it was super easy to get on and off. The cleaning out was easy enough. It was just really disgusting. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll give this one some time, see what happens with it. I have the feeling it's going to clog up faster because it's already got a coat of nastiness on it that won't come off. But we'll have the spare standing by just in case. So that's it. I'm going to move on to the next project, which I think is going to be the water softener. Let's get some soft water back. It's not too terribly bad right now, but it definitely needs to be recharged. So on to that one. We stayed at this Harvest Host last night. It's in Kenosha, Washington. It's called the Lord of Life Lutheran Church, I think. It's actually a really nice area here. The parking lot that they have you park in is really nice. It's flat. It's all paved. The problem with this place, though, and it has nothing to do with the church or the Harvest Host itself, the problem with this place is this road that's right here. All night long, cars with loud exhaust, motorcycles, mostly the motorcycles, all night long, and they like to come up to I think it must be one of these stoplights here, and they like to just sit there and rev their engines on these Harleys. Like I said, nothing to do with the church, nothing to do with anything other than the traffic on this road. I've never heard so much traffic, loud traffic on a road in my entire life, and it was all night long. It was like aircraft going right over the top of us. That's how loud it was. These guys on their Harleys really like to show off out there. So anyway, the Lord of Life Church here in Kenosha, Washington, it's a harvest host. It's a nice parking lot. The church is nice, it's nice and clean, but the traffic on this road, for me, if this was a route that I was traveling, you know, often, this is not someplace I would ever stay again, simply because of that traffic.
So our backup camera has a collision detection system built into it, and we are currently driving on I-65 in Indiana, and you know it's a bad road when the collision detection system goes off just because you're hitting potholes in the road, not an actual collision.
The mail's here!
So this is what happens when USPS, the post office, starts rejecting all of your mail when you're on the road through their general delivery service. Apparently, I don't know if they tighten up their rules or not, but we've talked about it in a previous video here. But this is what happens. You have to have it all then shipped somewhere that will take it, which for me was my dad's place. And now we have all this stuff. So it's like Christmas in almost July. It's into June here. So anyway, this is what happens. I don't know why USPS is no longer accepting stuff from Amazon, meaning coming from UPS or FedEx, but they haven't been doing it.
This is about 4 weeks worth of stuff.
Yeah, she already opened up all the mail, like all the actual mail. So I guess it's probably time to start looking into one of those mail services, because we have to get mail on the road somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
So anyway, we're going to start opening these up. I'm not sure what's in. I know what's in here, but that's about it.
That one's kind of obvious. We previously had the Anderson jack blocks, and we loved them. But with this new rig, we found that we just haven't been able to use those Anderson blocks because the rig will not go through the leveling process. So we finally bit the bullet and we ordered snap pads.
Oh look!
All right.
It's a $50 bottle of hair conditioner.
Hey, I spend a lot of money to relax my hair, and I'm going to use the product that goes with it.
But let's also see how big it is. That's a big bottle of hair conditioner.
Oh, and we've got Wicked's breath mints that we found that he can't do the greenies. Those make him throw up.
Doggy poo bags. These are important, guys.
Yeah. We bought the last box. This is the same box that I bought 3 years ago.
So here's another Starlink update. We pulled out of one spot 2 days ago, pulled into our new spot, had a perfectly clear view of the sky. My modem and my dish wouldn't talk to each other. I couldn't, there's something wrong. I think it's the cable. I think the cable is bad. This is actually the second cable I've been through. So I contacted Starlink. They initially gave me a pretty BS answer on this. And so I contacted them back and pretty much told them that was a BS answer. So they got back with me and they said, yep, I hear you. I understand what you're saying. And all I need to do is I have to send them a couple of pictures of the whole system set up because they just want to verify that it's connected up right. And I think they're going to start sending me another router and another cable to fix the problem, because that's exactly what they did last time. And then the other thing is they actually gave us the entire our next billing cycle. They gave us a credit for that, so we get a free month of Starlink internet too. So I was a little bit disappointed with their initial response on this, but now that they've got back in touch with me, I have been nothing but super impressed with the Starlink customer service, except for that one thing. I think it was just a canned response, maybe put out by a computer. I don't know. So that's my Starlink update for now. Is their customer service is really, really good. They have taken care of every problem that I've had so far without charging me a dime. And actually, this time I'm actually going to make money off of the deal. So, but anyway, I went ahead and ordered a cable from Amazon. Oh, I have another. We're going to do something on this coming up here soon. But we got another Craftsman toy. So this is their portable air compressor, the kind that you can basically hook it up to your tire, turn it on, or set the pressure, turn it on, walk away, and it'll air it up to whatever pressure you have it set at. So we're going to test this out. I'll get back to you on that.
Now this one's not very exciting, you wouldn't think, but it's very exciting. So new water filters, because as we discussed in a previous video, our water pressure severely decreased in the last, month. So Jeremy did the whole, testing, was it this, is it that, was it this, and it's the water filters, which they're a month overdue because we couldn't get mail.
And so we use the Clear Source water filtration system. It's got 3 filters in it. Let's see, it's got a 5 micron rust filter, the 0.5 micron carbon block filter, and then it's got the virus guard filter. This is the same filtration system that we used in our cabin before we sold the house. I really like this system. Even when I'm not using the water softener, this makes the water taste so much better. And then you add water softener in there, that even helps even more. Again, we are water snobs. We like really good water. So time to replace these.
And then what Jeremy's
Yep,
waiting
here we go.
for.
Starlink cable. I
There
think it
you
should
go.
be a 75 footer. Yep. So there we go. I already talked about that. There we go. That looks like 2. They sent us 2 of them.
All
They did
right.
send us 2 of them.
Kind of weird, but okay.
Okay, so this is actually the second time they've messed this order up, but it's working out in our favor. So you can see back here on this window, it's basically a storefront decal where you can put it on your window. You can see it, from the outside you can't see through it, but from the inside you can still kind of see through it. So when we ordered these decals the first time, we wanted one for that window, and then we wanted one for the slide, but just to go on the side of the slide, not the window. And they sent us 2 for the window. So I contacted them. They said, sorry, we'll send you the one for the slide. And now they've sent us 2. Hold that up.
2, yeah. So we should have had one of those and one of these, and we now have
2 of
2
each.
of those and 2 of these. So
Anyway, so that's the deal with that. We've got 2 extra decals now. These things are supposed to last 2 to 3 years, so we've got probably enough sticker life for the next 5 to 6 years for this reel.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Okay, so along those lines, or the same theme as our decals, this is the, we have the other part?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the rest of the sign holder for our sign that we had made at the Michigan rally.
Yep, so Wooden Camp Signs by Chris. He is based out of Indianapolis, but he travels. And so, yeah.
So when we were there, we got the sign and we got the post. And so now, but we really wanted this, right? Because it's fifth wheel. He had some other options, but we really wanted this one. He was out. Somebody bought the last one before we got there. So this is our new sign holder. I think that's it.
That Christmas is over.
Yeah.
Oh, I lied. I have something else coming on Thursday. We've got a storage ottoman for the living room, so I can put all of my packing stuff that I use to secure everything.
What she's using is just a tote, and then when we're in port, when we are in one spot for
Couple days.
just a couple of days or something, that tote lives in the living room on the floor, and it's unsightly. So
Yeah. And I kind of wanted a footrest anyway when I'm sitting on the couch, so this will serve 2 purposes. I'm sure that the dog and the cats will take it over. I got one with a nice cushy top.
but we can always boot them off of there. More weight added to this place. We'll have to figure out what we can shed. Leave you behind. Your 2 cats. That's 40 pounds right there. Okay, guys, that's it.
All right. All right, so this is my current day of travel packing up tote. It has my towels and stuff that I use to kind of keep dishes from breaking and whatnot, my pool noodles for the fridge, suction cup shower bar that we've told you about that we use to keep our shower door closed. So right now it's all in here, and I thought this was going to be fine because I figured when we would pull in and I got everything situated, then I would just put this back in one of the storage bays and that would be fine. But I'm not doing that every couple of days, and so I've just been leaving it in the living room, and I don't like it. It just looks junky. So I also wanted a footstool for when I'm sitting here on the couch, which I kind of do a lot. So I bought this, and I love it. The dog has already discovered it. So yeah, this is where all of my stuff is gonna go. I'm gonna put all this stuff from this bin in here. Not all of this stuff is gonna go back in there because I've determined that I really don't use it all. I pretty much use these towels, this little bin, those pool noodles, and this. So that's gonna go back in there, and then I might just put, you know, blankets and stuff that are currently just sitting on the couch. So that's a wrap for this episode, and we want to thank you for hanging out with us. Be sure to stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll be sharing the ins and outs of how we plan our travels and find amazing camping spots, including all the tools we use and tips and secrets we've learned along the way. If you haven't already, please hit those like and subscribe buttons at the bottom if you enjoyed this video. While you're down there, make sure you hit the bell button so you get notified when future episodes drop. And until that next episode, happy camping and stay safe out there.